Ooh, no intro. Dang, the YouTube. I mean, StreamYard. Maybe that was on me. Hey, it's your girl Candy, and I am here for Reasonable Doubt, Season 3, Episode 3, Run This Town. Now, I know this is a last minute live recap. I didn't even put a notification up. I just got out the live for Wednesday, season 2, episode 8 finale. So I'm just here until we get some people in here, and I'm gonna see if I can get get some going on before we get into it. Let's see what we can do. Let's see. You know you better watch out. Yeah. Girls, some girls are only about some girls are only that thing. Oh, we're trying to let it go, trying to keep our eyes closed, trying to keep it just like before. Times when I never even thought to speak. Don't wanna tell you what it is, but way it felt so serious. Got me thinking. Yes. So we are back, guys, to talk about again season 3, episode 3 of Reasonable Doubt, Run This Town. So this is just a quick run through. I'm not gonna be up here long. Hola, she's always late. What's up, friend? Hey, Stephen Harris. Thank y'all for coming through. I appreciate it. Last minute, I'm just here just to do my little quick commentary on the episode. So Jack's dad brings his absentee ass, I'm cussing already, into Jack's house, just pulling up on her front door after being absent for 8 years. Said he's been clean for 5. Yeah, I don't care. Um, yeah, so she ends up, well, her dad's name is Eddie. He asks to, explain everything's over some food or a cup of coffee or whatever, and she's not feeling it. She's not here for him. Everything that he got going on, she doesn't care. He has a guitar gig, a rock band, something. She don't care. She was like, "You're not Jimi Hendrix. I don't care about nothing you got going on." And he tries to make a little joke about, I play bass guitar, so it'll be something like such and such. She ain't give a shit about nothing that he was talking about. And you got what's the husband name? With the faux locks over there, standing there waiting, like he waiting to bust a move or whatever on this man because he's hurt her, he's hurt his wife. But sir, you hurt your wife too. But anyway, he's still trying to figure out what's going on, if they can eat, have a meal or coffee. That's all they're asking for. And he was like, you shared your piece. Next time, it is what it is. You can go ahead and leave. So Jax walks her dad to the door. She goes back. She said, hey, you know what? Next time you think about coming by, don't. And I said, you know what? That's right. Don't even bring your monkey ass by this house because I'm good on you, okay? But she has her true feelings. Lewis, thank you. She has her true feelings and goes into the bathroom or going to the room, and it's like she's just trying to gather herself. It's like she can't show how she really feels to her husband. She can't be vulnerable in that moment of whatever. She's like, we're gonna go ahead. He's not gonna ruin our date. We're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get my purse. We're gonna go ahead and do this thing like we planned. It's all good. But Lewis kind of looking like, yeah, something ain't right. But she's feeling a way about it. So later on, we learn that Ozzy has not been the most ideal person to deal with. He's after being released on bail. He's been hounded by the media, which caused him to pop one of them for getting into his space. Now, this man's in here walking to his vehicle, minding his business. You in his personal space, which means whatever I do is a reaction to whatever you did. I don't see a problem with that because you ain't got no business being in my personal space. I'm good, but judge ended up putting him on house arrest. He still violates that, and then the prosecutor refuses to push for his bail to be revoked. So Jax believes the prosecutor wants Ozzy to continue to mess up in public, which, that's what Ozzy wants to do. Ozzy has no boundaries. It seemed like he wasn't raised. It seemed like he was just brought up or drugged up. I don't know. He wasn't raised by people that wanted him to, most people raise their children to be decent citizens in the United States of these Americas or wherever you choose to reside. You don't have to be the best person in America. You don't have to be a doctor, lawyer, teacher, preacher, whatever. Just be a decent citizen. And his mammy and pappy did not teach him to do that. They did not teach him to be a decent citizen, which is why he don't know how to act when his ass on house arrest. You know what house arrest is. You done seen enough movies, enough TV. You done been in, you know what house arrest is. I mean, stay your ass in the house. He want to be all on the Instagram, all on the TikTok, all on the Facebook, all on all these social medias, all in the Snapchat, being a thirst trap, showing all his body, showing his 6-pack, his 8-pack, showing his lips, his, he just doing all these things. That's like, sir, what are we doing? Jackson, tell that man to call her what, so she can hang up. Hey, Tamika. Hey, she's always late. And Stephen, thank y'all for coming through. The example of Ozzy's parents are what we've heard about for years. Yes, people that just want you to benefit them and not you as a person. They ain't caring about how this young man growing up. They just want him to fatten their pockets, provide a lifestyle for them. That's it. That's all. They ain't got this boy. They ain't raised him. They just drug him on up. We'll talk about the drugged up later on. So Zach wants to like kind of exonerate Ozzy by introducing new suspects who's had access to the cabin and to the blicky. To make it see that for the public to see that Ozzy is a victim of like circumstantial evidence and that he's not a unaliver, he's not a killer. So the partners ask Jax to check in more often, and she finds that it's odd. Like, why you want me to check in now? Y'all ain't want me to check in before, now y'all want me to check in, which is odd to her. And because she's used to like running things the way she want to run it, it's never been a thing of, she got to check in because she's the ringleader. She's the head. She's on the building. She's on the letterhead. Why do I have to check in with y'all with this going on? This is like, what is this? Now after all these years, now I need to check in with y'all? Yeah, no. Find somebody else to do. So after she meets with the partners, she realized Ozzy is, he's posting those thirst traps to make everything worse. She asks Daniel to stay with Ozzy and watch him. Ozzy needs a babysitter. She wants him to babysit him and figure out what's really going on with his family. More so for the family, not so to babysit Ozzy, but she know Daniel can get in and find out what's going on. He know how to drop those little nuggets and see who gonna pick it up and put what they picking up what he putting down, and if he can pick up what they putting down, and he actually does. So later on, we see Naima being dared, peer pressure by her friends to steal a purse, something that her parents can't afford to buy her or buy a few of them. Why do you steal something your parents can afford? I don't understand. Why are you stealing anyway, but stealing something of that magnitude, a $2,000 or $3,000 purse? I don't know why the little girl did it, but these helpers parents probably ain't got no money to do it. But your parents has the means to buy this. I don't understand why peer pressure, dare, or whatever. It was more of a dare you, truth or dare, but then it's more of a dare. Like, you got to take the dare though. Girl, if you don't, and see, that's another thing. They ain't raising these kids to know when somebody feeding them some bullshit. Like, they don't understand. Like, when somebody's feeding them some BS, when something going on, they don't have the thought or the foresight to see that this ain't what it's supposed to be. You ain't never, when you was hanging out with Hattie Mae or the little girl, the little trick mama, the trick daughter, you ain't had these issues. Now, all of a sudden, you got these problems with these two helpers that's setting you up. Okay? So she ends up getting arrested, forcing the parents to, ground her, whatever. They're disappointed that she's spending time with the wrong crowd. But why is she spending time with the wrong crowd? Because y'all ain't spending time with her. Y'all not teaching her. Y'all not talking to her. Y'all not showing her what's what. And Jax, you deal with this all day, every day in your field. Teach your children this. This is something you should be teaching your kids. Why? She's not, I don't know, maybe she's too career driven or something that she doesn't see the forest or the trees, but she knows what it is to be Black in America, okay? But your daughter is sitting over here thinking, ain't water ain't wet, and she'll find out later on that it is. So at Ozzy's house, Daniel gets close to Ozzy's sister, Lord Jesus. He learns that Ozzy is taking drugs when he overdoses later on. So when Ozzy is in this house dancing to Thong Song by Cisco, and the way he juking and booking, the girl saying that he's on marijuana. She said he's high on marijuana. She make it seem like it's marijuana, not that it's something else like Tunchi or that powder or that cocaine. She make it seem like it's just marijuana or whatever. No, this boy is on some real drugs because ain't marijuana make you cool and calm and reserved. It don't make you turn up like that. This boy was turned up, and he put me in the mind of Bobby Trey from Cross on Prime. If you know Bobby Trey was in his drawers, juking and booking, and you dance with Ozzy. Ozzy was getting it, baby. And when he hollered at, yeah, I said, Lord Jesus, Ozzy is gone. He is out of it. That is not high. That's not a high. This nigga's on drugs. He's gone. He ain't passed nobody drug test. So she ends up, she has Narcan to give to him. She said she got it from the library, I think. I think that's what she said. I'm not sure. If she said she got it from the library, let me know. I'm not sure. Hey, Shayna. Steven says Bill is trying to gain Jack's confidence, but also appears to be playing a game of political maneuvering with his coworkers, indicating his true intentions and potential untrustworthiness. Yes, we don't trust Bill. I don't care. But later, Daniel realized that Ozzy's sister is supplying him with the drugs as a way to protect him. However, he overdosed. And you talking about some people lacing this stuff with fentanyl. But what was that laced with if he OD'd? Did you give him too much? What was it like? I don't understand. I don't know. All I know is about overeating. I don't know nothing about ODing on no drugs. I know about ODing on food. That's it. Okay. I don't know. So at dinner, Jack's mom invites Eddie. And Eddie tries to apologize for the pain his addiction caused. And she's not welcome or moved by his explanation. Eddie, he ends up begging her not to give up on him, and she gets a call from Daniel and rushes to Ozzy's house. Mama, you ain't hitting on nothing that the cat drug under the porch. Because why would you do this to your daughter, knowing your daughter has an issue with this man? Why would you do this? I don't know why she did this to her daughter. We know why, because her mother since season 1, it's always been about a man. You have never protected your daughter. You allowed this other person to come in and touch her. You didn't believe it, this, that, and the third. And it's always a strange relationship with your daughter, with you and men. It was always this and a man. You was trying to lose weight and on the damn Beyonce diet last week because of a man. Lady, you too old for that because of a man shit. All for the D. You too old for be worried about the D, okay? Now, I ain't saying don't get none, but I'm going to need you to use your mind and not your cooch. Like, because what is it? Why do you think you need to have a man? I don't like that lady. The lady ain't never been right since I met her on season 1. And that's that on that. Now, I love Miss Pauletta. I love her. Loves her down. Loves her real, real bad. But as far as her being a mother on this show, she ain't hitting on shit. Okay? Yeah, so we ain't got really nothing to say. Mama, I ain't got nothing to say to you either, because I'm a full grown adult and I'm sure you need me more than I need you. So I'm gonna back up off of you, okay? Because I'm good on you, Mama. You don't value my opinion, my thoughts, my boundaries. You don't care about none of that, so you can go, okay? Is Eddie staying with the mom? Eddie said he had he's staying somewhere, but he probably is staying with the mama. Ain't no telling. Let me see. Ain't no telling. Mama stay on that bull. Mama is on the bull bad. Ozzy is on house arrest when his addiction is revealed to the prosecution, which creates a potential legal vulnerability. Thank you, Stephen Harris. So yeah. So we found out that Ozzy has been an addict for most of his life. Like this little boy said he's been drinking coffee, started at 7 or 8 or something as an upper to keep him up, and then it's always been a pill. That was his thing. It's always been a pill. It is up to keep me up and perky, or down to calm me down and probably go to sleep. He said then he went to heroin, And I was like, oh my gosh, poor thing. I did have a soft spot for him in that moment. But then they brought in a damn family doctor for this boy. Like, shit is good. And it's like, no. But see, Jack's dealing with her father, knowing her father was an addict for all those years, she knows that this boy needs therapy. She knows that something ain't right. And therapy is required, therapy is needed. And this little boy needs it because she probably know what her daddy probably needed back in the day. He needed therapy then. He probably needs therapy now. He says he's been clean for 5 years, but he's been absent for 7. So why, when you became clean, why you even holler at Jax then? I don't know. I don't understand. But back to Ozzy. His family, they ain't hitting on shit. The daughter buying the drugs. The daddy won't know if he can go talk to him. What you want to talk to him now for? Because the other day, you walked between him and your wife when they had a conversation, which to me is a sign of disrespect. So you don't respect your wife or your son, but because he was high on dope and then passed out in front of legal aid, now you want to go talk to him. No, no, no. You got to witness that this boy is got a problem, and you got witnesses that y'all ain't hitting on shit as parents. Okay. Now you want to go talk to him? No. Later on the other side of town, Bill is watching his wife. Now, I said this Friday in the live. Tommy, I'm gonna need you to do better, because how you fish bowling watching somebody? You in a whole light blue car, no tents, fish bowling. You ain't got no hat. You ain't got no. You just look like you just sitting there. I don't think he had a hat on his head. You have nothing to disguise yourself. You just sitting there chilling, filling out invoices, filling out paperwork. I don't know. I don't understand. How you pulling up and looking at somebody, watching somebody, fish bowling. Your car ain't got no tents on it. We can see right through you. And if that's the car you've been had the entire time, then she know your car, sir. But it is a black lady that he was looking at. I don't know what this black lady is to him or who she is to him, but I'm assuming that would be his wife. He said he got a black wife, so we shall see. I bet his mammy is his biggest dealer. Ain't no telling. Ain't no telling. Ain't no telling. Because he's been clean for 2 years because of Wendy, he said. But Lord, I thought Bill was lying about. I don't know what it is about this lady. I don't know what it is about her and what it is. Yeah, mama the pusher, dealer, all of the above, straight trash. I totally agree. A married man at Jack's workplace may become an ally due to his wife being a black woman, implying an understanding of the challenges Jack faces. Okay, so Stephen is letting us know that Tommy is it has a black wife. Okay. So he watches his wife and he tries to call her, but she ignores his calls. Of course, there's trouble brewing and some shit there's some buttermilk. Some in the buttermilk ain't clean. I want to know what it is. Why this lady does not like Tommy. I don't know what he did to her. You know, maybe he put his work before the family. Maybe it was something race related that he had to do by him being in the legal department, legal genre area. He's a lawyer. I don't know. So later on, Daniel admits to Crystal that he has a crush on a girl, and most likely it's Ozzy's sister. But who gives a damn about that? I hope that goes nowhere. And it's going to be a whole shit show. Okay. So later on at the partners meeting, the partners demand another update, but Jax asks to discuss the issue in private. Like it's a private matter because y'all not finna sit there and exploit this black person's trouble that he has going on. And we're not gonna do that in the public. We could talk about it in the private with the partners, but all this other stuff around this table, it ain't for everybody's consumption. Because I know what y'all finna do. Y'all finna laugh and take it and run with it. No, that's not what we doing. And I'm glad she protected Ozzy's story like that, because what we not finna do, we not finna exploit him, okay? Then we got Karen ass Kathy gonna accuse Jax of doing whatever she want because she a black woman or some stupid shit she said out her mouth. She also asked for an apology. Jax asked for an apology and gives the partners, you know, a little rundown on how she really thought and what she felt about them. Because if she was bold enough and brave enough to say this to me in my face, in front of y'all, what the hell y'all been saying behind my back? Tell me how you really feel. Because she just told me something. Y'all tell me the rest of it. I need to know. Jax, go ahead and start your own firm, okay? I'm gonna need you to go ahead and do that. Everybody been saying it since season 1 or season 2. You can go ahead and handle your business, okay? You got enough under your belt where you can go ahead and handle it by yourself. Might be a little small law firm, but hell, who knows? You might be the biggest thing on the block. You know, we ain't gonna downgrade you. Um, so the incident keeps Jax awake as she questions Kathy's audacity. Because Kathy, what the F are you to ask me any damn thing, bitch? I'm your superior. You are a nobody, okay? Little girl. Now go to HR. Okay, say we say Aura. Go on to HR. So later on, but the next day, Jax invites her friend Autumn over to Ozzy's house for a therapy session. Glad to see Autumn because I did not know that was Autumn. But I think that's the lady that had the fertility issue last season, if I'm not mistaken. I was glad to see her because I forgot about her. So doing the therapy session, Ozzy reveals that he was abused as a child. And he said that he liked it, he enjoyed it back then. And I don't think of course, it may have felt good to him because he really didn't know what was going on, but he thought it was okay and that it was consensual, but it's not because you're a child. You can't consent to something like that, especially when it's a 30-year-old person. Now, whether it was a man or a woman, I don't know, but I think he said it was a woman, but I'm thinking it was not. So his experience in Hollywood, you know, as a child star has left a, you know, terrible, negative, lasting impression on him. So much so that he's acting out now as a full-blown adult, and he's giving like the Orlando Brown vibes or whatever, Ray J vibes. He is in pain and in denial about what happened to him, so he still tries to charm Autumn, but Autumn like, nah, I ain't picking up what you put down because, little boy, you can't pull that one over me, you know. I ain't Slick Kitty over here. I ain't that. I ain't her. She ain't me. This ain't that, okay? You try it on somebody else, because I can smell the bullshit from a mile away. And yeah, you're a little boy. Sit down somewhere, because that works on the people that you want work on. I ain't that person. It's not gonna work on me because I don't care about your well-being. I don't even watch your little show. Okay, never did. So I am not invested in you as a star, but I'm trying to understand you as an individual. That's all I'm here for. I'm here for you, whatever your real name is. It ain't Ozzy. Whatever your real name is, I'm here for him. The person that passed out, that was doped up the other night. I'm here for him. Not the one that's pow pow. Gotcha. I ain't here for him. I'm here for the person that's inside. Yeah. So she lets Jax know that Ozzy is he's a little delicate, you know, and in a complicated state, and that he only trusts Jax, and he might lose it if Jax, if his trust in Jax is lost. So if Jax F up, something gonna happen with that little boy. I don't know. So later on at home, Louis gets Naima ready to spend time in his workplace. They get to singing some church song. I forgot what it was, but I don't know. I don't know. As they talk about, you know, the shoplifting incident, Naima opens up and turns out that Honey's daughter, Hattie Mae, told her about the baby, and Naima thought that Hattie was lying, and she started being friends with her because she got her braces off. She was on TikTok. She was all on IG. She was all on Snapchat, and she thought she was cute. She thought she was better than me because she light skinned. She wanted to add that part in. I'm adding that in. And she is doing all the things that she was not doing, but now she's doing something different. Hell, that little girl might be acting out because what her mama was going through. She might be acting out. But Naima, you thinking that little girl a liar? She ain't no liar. She telling you the truth. Now your ass is a thief. But your friend, she might be a liar, but your ass a thief. And I know she don't like it. The little girl was telling the truth, but you a thief. I'm gonna need you to stop being judgmental. Stop being judgmental. Because you a whole thief. You stole something out the store and went to jail. Stop worrying about this girl lying, because you ain't had to steal. People might lie to cover up some BS that they got going in their life. They might lie for all these types of reasons. To protect themselves and protect other people. But you stole something. You ain't had to do that. Your mom and daddy got money. You a thief. And if you steal, you will kill. Okay? Yeah, her name Hattie made his own thing I can think of. I can't call that little girl Hattie. I know a lady named Hattie. Hattie is 80 years old. Okay, you know who I'm talking about. Hattie 80 plus years old. She gonna have to be a Hattie Mae or something. I can't just give her no regular Hattie. She gonna have to be a Hattie Mae. Okay. Yes, Lewis pissed me off because he should have had the conversation with his little girl. I don't know. I just didn't like the way he woke the little girl up. Because why are you waking me up now? Why are you waking me up now with all these church songs and stuff? I ain't for it. I don't like when people do stuff when shit happens. You should be waking me up with song and happiness and joy before stuff happens. This should be a before thing. During and after. Not when something happens. Now you want to sing and wake me up and take me to work with you. Nah, do it before so we can avoid this shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't laying off that little girl. Neither one of them, Hattie Mae or Naima, because you a thief, okay? Stop calling people liars and you a thief. Now your daddy, he a liar. Hattie Mae ain't lying. Your daddy lie. So, let's see. Vince and Steven talked to Tommy during lunch hour. They convinced, Bill to believe he needs to snitch on Jax to get a partner spot. They portray Jax as complex, difficult to work with, hard, strong, all these negative things that one could be. But she's an effective lawyer. She's damn good at her job. Meanwhile, that's why she made partner. So Tommy drops by Jack's office and listens to her vent about Kathy. Thankfully, Kathy was fired. I wonder if she get a severance package. Did she get any compensation? If she did, that wasn't good enough. I need her to be high and dry. Get your last check whenever it's time for you to get paid. I'm not gonna give you no check early. We're not doing that. You get it when it's time for you to get it, okay? That's it. That's all. And you ain't getting it direct deposit. You will get it in the mail. Anyway, Jax tells Bill about Tommy, about Ozzy overdosing in a therapy session. She officially welcomes him to the team and shares her concern over Ozzy's addiction. Tommy flatters her with praises and tell her, good job. I don't think they like that Tommy tattled. Kathy trying to found out she did. She did. Run your mouth. Run up, get done up. Okay. The episode Lewis struggled to establish himself as an individual rather than Jack's husband. I totally agree. I agree. Later on in the evening, Jax had dinner with her father, and since he is hiding something from her, I think that man need a kidney, a liver, a lung, or something, or a big toe. I don't know. She gives him another chance to be a part of her life. After getting home, Lewis tells her about Naima. They agree to tell the kids about Jaden when Spencer returns in 2 weeks. As for Tommy, he pulls up on his wife and he begs her, which her name is Kendra, I think. Kedra, to give him a chance to talk and let him talk to the kids, but she shuts them down and said, hell, sit down, Negro, get on through, okay? I ain't got nothing for you. So, at the end of the phone call, at the end of the episode, later that night, Jax calls Daniel and lets her know that what she thinks about Ozzy and that Ozzy was probably with someone that night that Wendy died. She thinks this person has a lot to lose if they come forward. So that means they can't come forward. However, if Ozzy has been clean for 2 years, how all of a sudden he's not clean? Like, what's really going on with him? So the scene ended up going to where Alex is causing Ozzy. Ozzy asked him to come forward to tell the truth. Alex nonchalantly refuses and hangs upon him. He was like, you're not the number one on the call sheet no more, Negro. You're not this, you're not that. And I ain't doing nothing for you. Pow, pow. Gotcha. So, my mind tells me that Alex is Ozzy's boo thing. Is he the one who abused him as a child? I don't know. The little bit that we could see of him, he doesn't look like he's that much older than Ozzy. But then again, I don't know because we could only see so much and it was dark. Um, we know that they were on a TV show together by the way he said it, but what kind of relationship they had, I'm not sure. Um, I don't know. So which one is which? What truth would Alex be talking about, and how bad is it that he would let his friend go down for murder if that's his friend? Is Alex setting Ozzy up for the okie doke, or is he covering something up worse than murder? No matter what it is, Jack's gonna get to the bottom of it. We gonna get to the bottom of it. But I think the boy is likes boys. And I think that's probably why he's on drugs so much, because a lot of times people have to, hide their true feelings and their true intentions or everything that's going on with them. Like drugs helps cover things up and help them not deal with reality so they can be zoned out for a while or however long it is. So I think that's probably what it is. I think it might be something like that. Let's see. Jax works to keep child star actor Ozzy Edwards out of jail after his arrest, which included an overdose. And it's some shit with that sister. I don't know what's going on with her, other than now that we know that she supplies the drugs. I don't know. Why isn't Ozzy crying over Wendy? He ain't crying over Wendy because he ain't really like Wendy like that. Wendy was just a cover up. Wendy was just temporary. She was just a cover up for what he really wanted. Cause see, Wendy got a strong jawline. She got a strong face, kind of masculine a little bit. And I think that's why he may have liked her if he did like her, because she given like she given a little manly. And I think that's what he really likes because she's not soft at all. She looks trans. Sorry, excuse me. You know what I mean? If anybody, I'm not. If I am, I'm sorry. I apologize. I don't have no problem with. I love everybody. I'm just saying what I think I can say. I think he is a little. Yeah, I think because when he looked the way she looked, that's what he preferred, and it's okay. But maybe it's not okay because of his family, his parents. Maybe they ain't got no damn religion. Their religion is hell. That's what it is. They Beelzebubs. Okay. Um. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe because of him being an actor, he doesn't want that to be out. I don't know. I don't know. Tamika says he was probably with him, but doesn't want the truth to come out. Yeah, and like, what were if it wasn't nothing on a sexual, like that's not his boyfriend. Like, what were y'all doing together? Were y'all doing drugs together? Um, what were y'all doing together that you don't want, that you can't say y'all was together? Like, you can't be his alibi. But Ozzy, where your kahunas at? Because ain't no way I'm gonna be in trouble for something I ain't do. Hey, my homeboy Alex was here. Pull up on him. That's what I'll be doing. I'll be telling. Because I'm not going to jail for nobody. I'm telling, okay? Ken Love gonna tell. I'm telling. I go to jail for me only. I ain't going to jail because I can't say somebody was with me. Hell no. I'm telling. Okay? I'm telling. If it was something I did, I'm gonna go down for what I did. I'm gonna be accountable for me. If I did it, I did it. If I didn't, I'm telling, God doggone it, because I ain't going to jail for nobody else. I ain't doing it. Not me. Not doing it. I love the color orange, but I don't. No. Well, that guy did say no because he'd have to tell the truth. Well, he could say no, but Miss Jackson already know his name, his address, his shoe size, his blood type. She'll know everything. I'm telling you, I would have been told. God doggone it. Yes, Tamika, I'm telling. I am telling. And y'all, that's the end of the episode. That's the end. That's all. I don't have no more. I did express my thoughts on the live Friday. We talked about it Friday night with EJ in the game. New episode drops tonight. Well, tonight at midnight, or tomorrow, episode 4. Then we'll go live Friday night at 9:15 to discuss it as a whole. Then I'll come back next Wednesday. I think I might have to do it Tuesday because I think Sisters come back next Wednesday. I'll come back and discuss it again. My quick thoughts, and other than that, that's all. Y'all have a good night. Love you. Thank y'all for coming through. Bye bye.